Welcome to Car Comparos. Today we are comparing the Mahindra KUV 100 with Maruti Suzuki Celerio. Celerio's top-of-the-line petrol automatic ZXi AMT O variant retails for 5.19 lakh ex-showroom Delhi. Prospective customers who want to stand out in the crowd of hatchbacks today are considering the KUV 100 for its micro SUV looks. KUV's K6 Plus petrol variant retails for 5.66 lakh, which is around 50,000 rupees more than the top-end automatic Celerio and 65,000 rupees more than the top-end manual Celerio. Amongst the diesels, the Celerio ZDI-O variant costs 5.78 lakh, which is around 75,000 rupees cheaper than the KUV's K6 Plus diesel variant. Being more expensive, the KUV 100 also has a few extra features over the Celerio, the important ones being parking sensors, driver's seat adjust, etc. Cumulatively, these features are worth around 30,000 rupees, but in the Celerio you have the extra AMT gearbox, which itself is worth 50,000 rupees. This makes the KUV 100 around 65,000 rupees more expensive than an equivalent Celerio. Performance and drivability. Amongst the petrols, the Celerio easily outperforms the KUV 100 in spite of having a smaller engine, thanks to its lighter curb weight. Both cars feel a bit deficient in low-end torque, but the Celerio is hugely superior to the KUV in terms of refinement and is delightfully free-revving as well. Just because this is Mahindra's first attempt at a petrol mill and Suzuki's umpteenth doesn't mean that Mahindra can expect the customers to cut it any slack at the showrooms. Amongst the diesels, the tables are turned in Mahindra's favor. This is by far Mahindra's best effort, with fantastic drivability and excellent performance from a small 1200cc 3-cylinder diesel engine. Even the level of refinement is acceptable for the class. The 800cc 2-cylinder mill is Suzuki's first attempt at a diesel, which frankly has not delivered as expected. Refinement can rival that of agricultural vehicles with a rather coarse and quite audible clatter. Performance also leaves a lot to be desired, with a weak mid-range and an even weaker top end, making it a nuisance to drive on the highways. Only decent thing is its city drivability, and thus the only applicable use case for the car is as a city taxi. Fuel efficiency. The petrol KUV 100 has an ARAI certified mileage of 18.1 kmpl. The Celerio manual as well as automatic have an ARAI certified mileage of 23.1 kmpl. In our back-to-back tests, both the manual and automatic Celerios were consistently over 3 kmpl more efficient than the KUV 100. The fuel cost for 75,000 kilometers of a KUV is around 90,000 rupees more than that of the Celerio. The diesel KUV 100 has an ARAI certified mileage of 25.3 kmpl, which is just 2 kmpl less than the Celerio's mileage of 27.6 kmpl. In our real-world tests, the Celerio was consistently 2 kmpl more efficient than the KUV. This equates to a saving of just 15,000 rupees over a usage of 75,000 kilometers in the Celerio compared to the KUV. Space and comfort. KUV 100 is considerably bigger than the Celerio, and that has directly translated into a more spacious cabin. KUV also has an added advantage of a higher hip point facilitating easier ingress-egress and better under-thigh support. However, do note that Celerio itself has been judiciously made adequately big enough to accommodate 4 full-size adults and comfortably leaving enough room for an occasional fifth passenger as well. KUV100's 243-liter boot is similar to the Celerio's 232-liter space and just about enough for 4 travelers' weekend luggage. Ride and handling. KUV is no match to the balance dynamics of the Celerio. KUV is too softly sprung, giving it a corseting low-speed ride compared to the Celerio, but Celerio's high-speed stability and cornering manners are far superior to that of the KUVs. KUV's excessive body roll makes it a spoil sport around corners, and although Celerio is not an out-and-out cornering machine, it is a neutral handler and inspires confidence around the bends. KUV steering has been set up to weigh up considerably as the speeds rise, while Celerio's feels a tad too light at speed, but Celerio's steering does have comparatively better feel and feedback than the KUVs. Reliability and after-sales service. Mahindra is no match to Maruti's legendary service support in India. Maruti's 2000 plus service points have a far wider reach than Mahindra's 450 odd service centers. Moreover, Suzuki's product reliability itself has been far superior to Mahindra's questionable track record so far. Adding to the KUV 100's woes is the fact that both its petrol and diesel mills are brand new and may have their own set of teething troubles. It would be prudent to adopt a wait and watch policy for the first 6 months before putting your hard earned cash down for a KUV. Celerio, being a typical Maruti Suzuki, is expected to retain excellent residual value and thus depreciate much lesser than the KUV 100. After a usage of 5 to 7 years, the Celerio is bound to depreciate at least 50,000 rupees less than an equivalent KUV 100. So what's the verdict? The Celerio Diesel's total cost of ownership is unbelievably low. However, we do not recommend anybody to suffer through the tractor-like refinement and the nano-like performance of the 800cc two-cylinder diesel unless you are on a very stringent budget. The best option on offer is by far the Celerio AMT. Firstly, it has that cutting-edge AMT automatic gearbox which makes city driving a breeze by taking out the hassle of constant gear shift and clutch operation. Secondly, it has immensely better performance and refinement than the diesel Celerio as well as both the KUVs. The KUV 100 diesel is a decent effort from Mahindra, but its total cost of ownership is just 25,000 rupees less than a petrol-powered Celerio AMT, and its performance, dynamics, and quality are still significantly inferior to the Celerio as well.